Hi everyone. So for my Media Monday, I chose Hidden Figures. It's a phenomenal movie about NASA during the Cold War, and it follows these three ladies who had big roles in the efforts against the Cold War. And during this time, it was a big deal because they were not a lot of non-whites at the NASA or at NASA. And so these one lady has one of the biggest jobs, and she's actually, as you can see here, is with a board full of white men, and she is the only female. Not only that, she is also colored, and so that is challenging her and making her more, you could say, invisible to the others because she is not white and she's a female. So what knowledge or insights can she possibly contribute to a room full of men? And so this is what brings to our chapter about masculinity in crisis. They all have the occupational achievement. However, because whenever she speaks up, she is making them have masculinity in crisis. So go ahead and watch this.
So we have the vehicle's speed, the launch window, and for argument's sake, the landing zone is the Bahamas. Should be enough to figure the go, no go.
Yeah, in theory, sir.
We need to be past theory at this
We'll
point.
be able to calculate a go, no go with that information.
When exactly is that going to happen?
Catherine? Have a go at?
Yeah, so it was this guy here. He is supposed to be the know-it-all genius with telling the trajectory of where the astronauts are supposed to land. But like he said, he only has a theory. He doesn't have the actual calculus or calculations, and so everyone's pressuring to know that knowledge, but he can't provide it. So that's when the director of NASA, which is the guy in the middle, right here, he knows that the lady to his right can make the calculations and give the exact coordinates. And so that in turns is what I mentioned earlier. To the other guy is giving his masculinity is in crisis because of her, of the female and being non-white, and she's able to figure that out. So go ahead and finish watching it.
Have a go at it?
The goal point for re-entry is 2,990 miles from where we want Colonel Glenn to land. If we assume that's the Bahamas, 544 miles per hour, 46.56 degrees, 2,990 miles. Okay, so that puts your landing zone at 5.0667 degrees north, 77.3333 degrees west, which is here. Give or take 20 square miles.
I like your numbers.
Protocol for women attending.
There's no protocol for a man circling.
So as you can tell, I think this clip is one of the biggest or great examples of showing masculinity in crisis because despite there being a boardroom of full of men or and white men, one a female, the only female in that room who was non-white, was able to show them all up and take charge and lead the room and to provide factual statements and confident in her calculations that she knows what she's doing, even though she does not fit the stereotypical NASA image. But yeah, uh, I think this is a great movie. So, in case you come on watch it, I highly recommend it. You have a good day.